What's good, everybody? You are now in the mix. It's your big dog kid, 6 Chi-Town's finest, Carlton, you dig. No Leah, aka the therapist, but it's all good. It's still the month of March. We still holding it down for the ladies.
Something for the ladies.
You know, especially our black women out there. And I told y'all we was going to have a special guest. We were supposed to have this, like 2 weeks ago? But you know, some things happen.
The time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Ain't no perfect time better than now.
Right. Better late than never.
Who said it best? My man Drizzy. You already know. And we have, and y'all, I need y'all to understand this, all right? So I'm actually admit, I was saying her name incorrectly the entire time. I got to do better. I'm gonna get myself a whose man's is this?
Hey, who man's is this? Oh, man's is this?
It's well deserved. It's Valeisha, ladies and gentlemen. I kept calling her Valeisha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Valeisha.
So it's Valeisha holding it down in the real estate world.
Thank you.
Doing the damn thing. Yes. Young black woman out here. Which I believe she's only 42.
Wait a minute. Don't lie to the people now. You already lied once.
No, I'm playing. Listen, man, it's good that you were able to get in the mix. We appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
I'm
happy to be here. I'm glad you made the invite.
Listen. We had to. We had to do it for the ladies out here. Now, before we get into the interview, you know, we got to hold it down. Got to do a nice little icebreaker with you.
Oh,
a little fun icebreaker,
okay.
all right?
Let's go.
Now, you know, beforehand, you saw what C does beforehand with the mic check. It's a ritual now. You know, we always bust a freestyle, right? Mm-hmm. What's something that you do before you get right into yourselves, right? You know, because you know you're going to go in and close on, you know you're going to go in and close on the house, right?
That's funny.
Like, so what's something that prepped you? What's something that no one knows? Like,
is it supposed to be like something, okay.
Whatever
it's kind of embarrassing.
It's cool.
It's not embarrassing.
But sometimes I have to jump up and down, like to get my hot going. I have to jump up and down, get it going, and be like, yes.
All right, back. Now what's it? It's just like a up and down little thing.
I'm not gonna embarrass myself. Just say I gotta get myself going.
Nah, you gotta embarrass yourself. No, it's okay.
It's like you compare.
It depends on the day. You know, sometimes it can be a little hot. Sometimes it can be a real jump.
Like
talk to yourself in the mirror
before you hop in the boxing ring.
It's
like
not even in the mirror,
like a little jump.
Yeah.
Or you bouncing
like,
on your toes, like you finna super soak, like Soldier Boy. Which one? It's one of them two.
It depends on the day.
Okay.
It actually, sometimes I get a little high. Sometimes, keep it cute.
Okay.
Keep the energy going, but.
You hit him with a let's go?
Yeah.
All right. You screaming
like LeBron?
Let's go.
That's funny.
Nah, that's cool. Okay. Now, you said you were an R&B fan, right?
I am.
You don't really
shout out to R&B.
I do listen to rap, but I'm just saying I'm really an R&B girl.
We R&B. I made a vow a couple years ago, and I'm still working on it. But I'm bringing '90s R&B back.
Let's go.
It's only right.
I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my sunglasses. I gotta get the white T-shirt to hang it on. I gotta grab the air.
You know you gotta grab the air, bro.
You have to,
and
I'm not mad at it because then y'all could be more about love and too much feelings.
Yeah. Because the number one thing I gotta do is cry.
Yeah,
I haven't got that part yet. That's why it's taking so long. But I'm gonna get there at one point.
And you gotta be driving down the highway too with her in the car.
Or I gotta be in a desert or somewhere that ain't nobody yet. Like, I'm gonna get it right.
Yeah, in the desert. Yeah. It gotta be that type of music where you can let the sunroof open and just go.
Then you know it's
R&B.
I might have to hit the studio.
Gotta hit the studio, bro. You gotta hit the studio. Okay, so what's an R&B song that really just gets you in your feelings to where like you feel like you that artist and you just hit them vocals, you hit them notes?
Well, I don't hit notes, but I try.
You try?
If you guys look at
in
my
the shower,
IG,
in the car,
in my car, you'll catch it every now and then.
Okay.
But I'm a huge fan of Tank.
Okay.
So maybe I deserve. I'd be screaming like somebody that cheated on me, and
Shout out to Tank. That's a great song too.
That is.
Yeah.
That definitely is. See, what's an R&B song that gets you going, bro?
All right, man. So, cause it's a couple ways I could go.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a couple ways I could go. If I'm going to take it back, sometimes I could take it back to the 90s. Sometimes I might take it back to I might hit some Jodeci or something like that. We might. Sometimes we might just gotta get some Jodeci or something like that. Or, Because we even talking about Tyrese. You know, he'll cry.
Yeah.
He'll cry for
That's
no
a crying
reason.
nigga.
He'll cry. But we
Yeah.
know, like, Sweet Lady,
Oh, that's a great one.
that's a great one. Like, that one right there,
Yeah.
that could put you in the zone. I could take you back to the eras, but I'm gonna just stick with it. Because I said I'm bringing back 90s R&B.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep it to the 290s joint.
I like that. For me, you know, we belong together. Mariah Carey, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
That gets me in my
I can
bag
play it on the
every time.
piano, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's lit.
That's lit.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Chi-Town's Finest is definitely a dope
nice.
pianist.
You know,
If you didn't know.
You know.
So if y'all need to book, you know, a pianist for one of your events, holla at my man. But don't waste his time.
I do weddings, I do
Gotcha.
bar mitzvahs, I do breakups, whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
All that.
Anniversaries, funerals.
Speaking of anniversary, Tony. That's also my joint.
That's a
Yeah.
classic song right there. I love the instrumental.
But you have to have a reason to sing it, but that's just my opinion.
Do you?
Mhm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It could just be a Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's your anniversary.
It's the 7-day, it's the
Okay.
7-day anniversary to last Tuesday.
Y'all real clever.
Hey.
Y'all real clever. Cute.
Yo, okay. One more.
Okay.
Say you listen to rap, right?
Sometimes. I have to be
Okay.
in the mood.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ask you this.
Okay.
See where your head is at. If she actually listens to rap.
You don't see it.
Jay-Z or Lil Wayne?
God, here you go.
Whole
I
Louisiana.
mean, I feel like you did that. I feel like it's a trick question, but I'm answering how I feel.
Let's do it. How you
Jay
feel?
Z.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know how y'all East Coast do, but I mean, both are East, but
Well, I'm from smack dab in the middle.
okay.
I'm from Chicago. So when the East Coast, West Coast, I was like in the crossfire. Like, but you know, it's almost no wrong. It's not really.
It's
wrong
really
answer
not.
to that.
It's not a wrong
Because
answer.
Weezy is Weezy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Hove anyway.
Right.
Because I mean he a goat.
That's why I said it. I feel like you can't. Those are both
You can't
hard.
go wrong.
Yeah.
Either answer, I wouldn't have been upset.
I was just listening to something recently with Lil Wayne, and I was like, oh man, this man is crazy with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
what was you listening to?
It was well, he just released some. I don't remember what the name was. I told you, I'm R&B. I was just
Okay.
listening. If it comes on title, cause
Wayne got some features on some R&B records too.
Yeah.
That's how you know
Mhm.
he one of them guys forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely
Shout out
hot.
to Weezy.
Shout out to Weezy. Shout out to
Damn.
Hove, man. Two legends right there. Two legends. So could you imagine if Weezy would have signed with The Rock?
Man, we would have got the Carter 5 a decade ago.
Man, it would have been better than what we got.
It's all good, man.
It's all good though. It's all good. So, Miss
yes,
Valeisha.
Valeisha.
Damn, I
Oh
knew
my
I was gonna do.
God.
I purposely did that, y'all, cause she called me Julius earlier. So you know I had to purposely
It'll
do
just
that.
get back.
Nah, yeah, it's cool.
I gotta
It's
work on
cool.
that.
Yeah. So Miss
Yeah, I work on
Valeisha,
that.
real estate,
Yes.
representing Phoenix, as you mentioned earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
On this here East Coast.
Right.
Right. I will say the East Coast kind of made me. The West
Yeah.
Coast raised me.
Okay.
That's
It's
a
all
bar.
good.
That's a bar right
That
there.
is. I was sorry. That was started straight off the dome.
Okay.
So you should have spit that earlier.
Well, I'm.
It's okay. You gotta be inspired.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's like that. So what got you into real estate? What was it about the real estate world that drew you in?
Well, I kind of fell into real estate because
Mhm.
I actually started out as a legal assistant, and then when I came to Maryland, I didn't have like those big offices, and I just kind of found a temp job for
Okay.
leasing, and then leasing kind of triggered me to think I could do this at a larger level. So
Okay.
I fell into it. I just loved it. I learned that I didn't have to be behind a desk, and I could control my money, and
Okay.
I liked it.
So what brought you to Maryland?
Oh, that's personal.
Okay.
We could talk personal though.
if you want
No,
to.
I'm just joking. My ex was in the military. He got
Okay.
orders here
All
in
right.
Maryland, so I came. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm one of them.
I mean, has it been good for you?
Oh, I don't regret it at all.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, like I said, I think it was necessary,
Mhm.
and I kind of knew that going in. I'm like sink or swim. That's the type of way I look at it.
You should put
So.
put the pressure on yourself.
I did.
Persevered. I know it had to be a bit of a culture shock though. You coming from
Oh
Phoenix
my
to the East
God.
Coast,
Yeah.
it's a different world.
Right. What would you say? What would you say is like the top 5 different things from Phoenix to the East Coast?
Well, one, the first thing is the weather.
out.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you know.
You from the desert.
Right.
Every winter I want to go home. And then, like you said, the people, I was used to being the only like black person in the room. So it was different, but I loved it.
Yeah, shout out to the black people and the black
Yeah.
ladies, because it's still
Facts.
Women's Month is still something for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing was just like driving around and seeing nice cars and looking over and seeing someone that looked like me, because I would be like
That's
not used
inspiration.
to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
inspiration.
That was a difference. I'm not gonna. It's just the vibe is just completely different. The culture, obviously.
Nightlife better? Which
Nightlife
nightlife is
We
better?
don't have a nightlife. It's like it's a retirement state. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
everything's shutting down by 10.
Damn.
Everything is
I mean, you got
started
some
at
clubs, but it's like we only got like so many that we're going to as black
Right,
people.
right,
So,
right.
Okay.
outside of that, it's just like it's different though. Like we got highways, clear streets. It's
Yeah,
a little
it's not
different
like-
from
it's
LA,
not
but
like that out
everything's
here.
new. Every building's beautiful. So
What about the food? I don't know that much about
Oh
the
my
food.
God.
Yeah, what?
I miss the food because I'm so used to it, but I love Mexican food.
I'm about to say,
Okay.
y'all right by the border. There gotta be a lot of Mexican food.
Oh
Right.
my god!
I love Mexican
mean,
food.
Tacos hit?
but if I stay there and I eat that, I'll probably become a potato. But well, you don't know what I mean by that.
I know what you mean by that.
Okay.
I know what you mean by that. I know what you mean by that.
But I do love the Mexican food, and I feel like it's just different, obviously, because we're so close to the border.
yeah.
So I do miss that. But yeah, all those things. I think I probably said more than 5, but that's cool.
No, that's cool.
Stick to the 5. I might have gave you an extra one. It might have been 5 plus the one I added up to 6.
Right.
Food.
Yeah.
We gonna hold it down though.
Hell yeah, man. All right, so personal brought you here,
Yes.
and then the temp agency. Are there a lot of black women in the real estate world?
Out here.
Well,
Or
yeah,
just
out
in
here or
general?
just in general?
Well, the thing is, it's kind of hard to. I have to actually do my data research because out here it seems like it's a dime a dozen, a lot of black females, and that's what inspired me.
Okay.
But at the same time, out there, I think I would be like the only one, like in real estate. There's not a lot of black representatives and women, at the least. Like there's really not a lot of women. So that was one of my things for wanting to actually get my license there, as well. So. Here though, it's probably a little oversaturated, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're doing our thing. I think DC metro area is like one of the top areas for like agents making, the best.
That's.
Yeah, the GCIs we're just up there. So
You ever thought about going back to Phoenix?
yeah,
doing what you do?
I am actually living by coastal now.
It's lit.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So I'm working on my Arizona license. I actually have a place back home in Arizona, and I'm kind of doing half and half
It's lit.
as things allow.
I asked because I know it happens to me. I'm sure it happens to kids 6. I know you can get homesick sometimes.
Yeah.
And if you got something set up at home base and you still got it set up when you got it started at on the East Coast,
Yeah.
you can definitely make both of them work. I know that
Yeah.
flight though.
The flight I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like almost 5 hours going, and that's the worst of it. But
Is
then when you're
it a straight flight?
yeah, I
Okay.
do straight
Yeah,
flights.
them
I just
coast
do it
to
from
coast.
EWI because
Can't do them. I
Yeah.
can't do them connecting flights.
it's a waste of me a day.
Yeah.
It's already a long flight as is, but yeah. So yeah, I definitely am. I'm gonna try to bring back everything that I've been taught and take it back to my people, help my
Take it
people,
back to
and
your
just
people.
grow.
Mm.
And it would be a goal to start a black
Yeah.
brokerage in Phoenix.
Come
So
on, what better way to even it's still Women's Month. We gotta keep emphasizing that because that's called enterprising right there.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Hold it down.
That's it. I'm pretty sure like y'all have a lot of conferences, and it's great to see black women. Y'all embrace each other, do a lot of networking. Is it difficult for black women in the real estate industry to try to succead, or how has your experience been?
I would say out here it helps you to thrive just because of the area we're in. But when I go to places like that I visit a lot for my Dream Sundays, not so much. It seems like maybe I'm not taking it seriously as I am around my own. I won't say the specific areas of the cities, but when you go north, is that north? Yeah, or back home to Arizona, it's a little different. In the luxury realm too. For me, I've experienced sometimes where people have asked me for a pre-approval prior to showing a property, and I'm like, did you ask everybody for that? So it's a little bit of a difference. I would say the higher the price point, the more difficult for someone like me it could be. So
Usually get. Who would you say has been like you don't have to reveal any names, but have you had can you count on one hand, like the difficult consumers you've encountered?
how like the number of difficult consumers I've encountered?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, everybody's difficult. What you mean?
Okay, let me see if I can break down what he's saying. Because I'm sure it's difficult doing what you're doing anyway.
Okay.
That's why you do it, because you're good at it, great at it.
Thank you.
But I know that there are certain kinds of things that can happen to you as a black woman in that field.
Right.
And because of those things, it's like somebody might press a certain kind of issue more just because you are a black woman.
Yeah.
Those kinds of encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I mean by when I say, like, when I go to see these houses, like, these are dream homes, these are $1 million homes. Like, sometimes the agents will kind of just be like, oh, no, well, can you send me your client's pre-approval letter first? But normally it shouldn't matter. Like,
Right.
I'm an agent. I'm previewing this property. I'm going to be looking for someone to purchase this property, whether I have a client at this time or not.
Right.
So I feel like that has been a thing for me. And then also just when it comes to networking, it seems like, it's cliquish.
Yeah.
So I may not get the invites that someone else gets.
Gotta work
but
twice as hard, right?
Yeah, I just gotta keep pushing at it. I mean, I'm trying to find my way in regardless. It will happen, so it always will. So, but yeah, I would say that's the biggest
That's probably
realization
common, though, right?
for me. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
there's
see.
some haters like trying to tell me not to do my IG live. It's like it's a win-win. Like I'm showcasing your property. What's the problem? But
You know what I'm saying? It's, if it's one thing that we say about haters here on In the Mix, we got whose mans is this for every last one of them, because we don't know whose mans they are.
Right.
We don't
figure it out.
appreciate haters.
At
We
all.
expose
Right.
haters.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like I said, when you're enterprising, because I know you're enterprising, like you just said, the IG lives, a lot of people don't have the tenacity or the they don't have the creativity to even think about it. They don't think like that. They don't operate like that. So when you start to break into a certain kind of market to make it easy for you to do what you do, the haters is gonna come.
right,
You just wave hi to them, and then you wave bye to them as you pass them.
Yep.
And then we keep it pushing.
right.
Hell yeah. Now, have you encountered, and not just, black women or anything, but have you just encountered those who are doing what you do and kind of like pose you as a threat? Because I'm pretty sure it's like that in every industry.
I would say that. Yeah, I think I was listening to again, I'm not good with names, but I was listening to something online and a guy was saying like, if you go down the bread aisle, there's a whole bunch of different bread in the aisle, but
I know what video you're talking about. So
yeah,
his name
I
either.
forgot his name, but it's just like, we all in this to get money. We all in here to like, whoever you want to pick, that's your choice, but we are all here. We're all still good. It's just really up to you who you want to select. But out here, it can get a little petty, but like you said, it seems like that's everywhere. A lot of agents may look at each other as competition, when in reality we can be working together because there's always two agents needed on one deal. Maybe in DC you could do both, but for the most part you want to get in a good space with everybody. So if you see my name come up and I'm the listing agent and I don't like you, then I may not pick your contract. I'm just saying. Hopefully, I'm not that petty. I didn't say that out loud. But I'm just saying it's good.
It happens.
Right.
The client will pick your offer, not me. I'll still
Right,
present it.
right.
But it's just good to get to know people and know other people around you that do what you do. And then we can always share ideas and kind of being off of each other. So I think it happens in every industry, but
For sure. I got a bit of a fun question for you though, because you're in real estate.
All right.
I, from time to time peruse on like Zillow and other places, and I'll be looking at these houses, and sometimes you might save them just for inspiration. How often is it that you go in to show a client a house and you like, damn, I want this house? Like I'm sure you see houses you want all the time.
Yeah. I show a lot of houses that I probably wouldn't be able to get a pre-approval for. But
Working
I
towards
tell
that.
them,
Right.
We're working towards that.
No.
You want to get that.
no, it's not that I can't, but I don't want to sometimes. But
That was a flex right there, a little bit.
Big flex.
That was a flex right there.
no. But it happens all the time.
A
little bit
in
of
the
flex.
head, you know, go to
No,
the
it
side.
happens all the time, and I
Yeah,
tell
but
the
I don't wanna-
clients, I'm
Yeah.
like, you need to put in this offer, or I will. Like, I would live here. Like, one of the ones I just did, I told her, like, I really like this for you because I would buy this. So it happens a lot.
I'm about to say,
It happens a lot. And I just have a thing for like home decor too. So if it's staged, oh, I fall in love just like the clients do, and I try to help them. Like, you come on now.
So the second part of the question is, right, when you're looking through these homes, because the reason why I save them for inspiration is because I see a lot of different like floor plans, layouts. I see a lot of different things that are in these homes. Sometimes it's stuff that I've never seen before, and I'm like, that's dope.
Right.
What's some of the stuff that you see in these houses that you like trying to get clients to buy that you like, okay, I need, when I buy my house,
Oh yeah.
I need this in there for sure.
Yeah. So I'm now hooked on pot fillers. So
Pot
when you're
fillers.
cooking, you don't have to like go back to your sink. It's a pot filler right there in front of your stove for cooking.
Okay.
Right. The simple things
Wait,
in life,
see,
right?
I told myself I was gonna bring a notebook to write and I left it in the car in the back seat. It's all good.
Right.
It's all good. I'm finna put a note
Love
in the
it.
phone.
And just like, you know, like the I think they're just like the waterfall or double islands. I don't know if you guys seen that, but they have double islands now. So it's like the first one is for the kitchen area, and then the second one's for where your guests can sit.
Okay.
So it's separate instead of just one island.
She's gonna be on live cooking again.
Right.
She's gonna be on live cooking.
Man. And then they have these fireplaces where they have like the heat technology so that it doesn't mess up your TV. So you can still mount it right above the fireplace so it looks nice, but then the heat vents above the TV and comes out so that the rest of your house is heated properly. It's
That
called
sounds
Cool
dope.
Century or something like that.
yeah.
I love it. So there's a lot of little things I
See what
just
I'm
pick
saying?
up.
That sounds
You know what
dope.
I'm
I know.
See, I gotta
Dream
start looking
house.
at. I gotta start
Dream
looking
house.
at the small, simple things that I want to
Details,
have.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
because me, I'm just always like, yo, when I get a house, I need a man cave. I just need my man cave set up. Because I know the kids is going to get on my nerves. I know my wife's going to get on my nerves.
You need to escape.
You know,
Stills game gonna be on.
yeah, you know, like just give me my peace. I'm going in my man. Do not enter. I got to put a passcode and all of that. But I never really sit back and just think about like, all right, well, what's some other things that I would like.
Like all the things she just
Yeah, that's
said.
correct.
Yeah.
You gotta be a real estate agent to know that stuff.
Right.
Well, you know, that's one thing I ask my clients before working with you. Think about some must-haves. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to write them all down and then go back and then refine them from, like, importance. Like,
Right,
even if
right,
you
right.
haven't thought of it, like, start thinking about it now for 6 months out. And then I'm going to start sending you stuff so you can just start looking at it and get familiar with what's out there and what's
Okay.
realistic for your
Okay.
budget. So, I would get you started
Okay.
and really see what you want.
Mm.
Your man cave,
Yeah.
walkout man cave, or if you want
I've
just,
seen a lot
you
of
know,
stuff.
all the
Damn,
stuff.
see, walkouts.
I was just like jacuzzi.
No, we
tub,
don't. You
basketball.
don't need no walkout. His wife gonna be like, "Where did he go?"
Right.
Let me add that to the list. I'm just
Right.
thinking jacuzzi tub, basketball court. All right.
Oh, I mean jacuzzi tub's nice too.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you know, you
that's-
gotta relax.
You need a separate tub. That's not a dream home
Separate,
for
you
me
see what I'm
until you
saying?
have a separate tub.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not there yet.
I gotta
Yes.
write my list down, man. That's all I know. I gotta write my list down. I'm going back on Zillow.
I'm going back on Zillow. No, I definitely agree though. That's why I actually do what I do on Sundays, because I like to go into some of those homes for inspiration.
Yeah.
It's motivation,
Yeah.
and then also it gives some people ideas from just watching it. So
Oh yeah.
definitely.
That's how you work towards the goal right there. You gotta map it out. That's what Nip said. You know what I'm saying? You gotta write it out.
Have you made a closing on some homes with like some big name? Because you work in the DMV area, so have you like worked with any of like, you know, the
Rich and
Washington what are they now? The Commanders?
It's the Washington. Oh, they're Commanders now?
The
Yeah.
Commanders.
The Commanders.
Oh, I
Or
didn't
the
know we
Wizards or
decided on
something.
a name.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
still
yeah.
Washington football team.
Yeah. Oh, you said we? Oh, so you're
Oh,
a
I mean,
Washington
no.
fan?
I'm saying
She was
it.
locked into a fan
She was
base.
like
No.
that.
She was locked into a fan
I was
base.
literally just saying that.
Oh,
because of-
so you a Cardinals fan?
you know, I am no one's fan.
Oh, you don't watch
I just
football?
watch the home team. Of course, you gotta root for the home team, but
Do you have to really?
I mean, who else am I gonna root for? So if I see
like that
Washington,
logic,
if I see Cardinals on, I'm like, yeah, that's the home team.
The reason
But
why I like that logic is because we are in DC,
Mm-hmm.
and there's too many Cowboys fans out here. We are
I don't
1,000
understand-
miles
I
away
don't
from
understand
Dallas.
that.
It's crazy.
I mean,
I
I
don't
am
get
born in Dallas, but
I mean, but still, you born in Dallas, raised in Phoenix,
yeah,
in DC.
my dad loves Cowboys.
If you was in Dallas, you would root for Dallas, but you're not in Dallas,
Exactly.
so you're not rooting for Dallas.
It's disrespectful sometimes when they
See what
come
I'm
out
saying?
here.
See what I'm
But-
saying?
but
We're
hey, that's
1,000
just-
miles away from Dallas, literally 1,000.
Right.
I think it's like 1,002 or 1,001.
And it's so funny because they just be so like cocky with it too, with their jerseys in the restaurants. Like
They haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s. And
Oh.
for whatever reason, they still think they're America's team.
America's
You know
team.
what?
That's crazy.
I'm gonna drop a 90s R&B record for them.
Yeah.
They can cry to it.
Hell yeah. You got to, bro.
I
You
got
got
You
to.
might cry
I
too.
think the streets need that.
Yeah.
The streets need that. That's
The
all.
streets been needing that.
That's hilarious.
But
That's
have you
horrible.
made any closing deals with any football players
Oh.
or just anyone like even from the Wizards?
So I
Switch
work
from
with
it.
with someone who was on the Wizards.
Okay.
But I haven't necessarily closed yet.
Mm.
So not Wizards. I'm sorry. Ooh, the Washington football team. I'm sorry, Commanders.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you can still call them
I'm
a
about to
football
say.
team.
But the crazy
ain't-
part about it is, yeah, they have like designated people that the association wants them to work with.
Mm.
So you have to make those connections, hopefully before they get transferred here. So this person was a former football player.
Okay.
So now, you know, I have that privy because when they're active, most times they have somewhere where they want them to
Yeah,
go.
Gotcha.
the league probably do that on their own, trying to make it easier for
Yeah.
these people because they be getting
They
traded
do.
and cut and all that. Kind
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I have friends that work with people all the time because out here it's just everybody knows somebody,
Yeah.
and that's one of the great things about the DMV. So,
Yeah.
but not personally.
That's cool. So when you got into this, what notes did you jot down for yourself? Because I feel as though like a lot of times folks see people doing something and they're like, well, if they can do it, I can do it, you know, but they go in not fully knowing everything. So it's kind of like if somebody wanted to get into this and they were, you know, extremely passionate about it, what's some tips? Like, what's something that they would have to go in knowing off the rip?
I would say don't leave your day job right away.
Mhm.
I did start out part-time.
Okay.
When I was doing leasing, I was still 9 to 5. I was still getting a check. And real estate is like sowing a seed. You basically have to plant out here in the minds of people that you are actually a real estate agent probably for the first 2 years. I'm not gonna lie, like it literally takes people to know that you're still out here, you're still doing it, taking you seriously before you actually get moving. People start referring you because that's where the money's at. But I would say like for the first couple of years, like you just every deal is not gonna go through, so you can't bank on I got a deal and then it may not close. So I would say keep your part-time or whatever hustle you have going until you save up enough to feel comfortable for, who knows, maybe 6 months I'd advise to a year, because real estate's not guaranteed, your check's not guaranteed. You have to really just put yourself out there and people have to find and take you serious before it becomes good for you. So that would be my thing. Just don't think it's gonna be a 9 to 5 where you're gonna get paid right away. They see you now and they're like, oh my God, I wanna do real estate. And I'm like, okay, just want you to know you're probably gonna be, you know, struggling the first year or two.
Yeah.
Just for all the hustlers out there, I hope y'all taking notes,
Right.
please.
Yeah.
You said for the first year or so?
Yeah, like
I mean, it's crazy. It's something about the year, because when we interviewed, shout out to Maria, we interviewed her as far as fitness. She was saying, realistically, when it comes to seeing those results for the ladies, it's going to take about a year.
She did say.
So you know, so
Like
you're saying it's going to, like, if
Yeah.
you're locked into this, it's going to take about like a year.
yeah.
A lot can happen in a year.
Yeah, it
Keep
definitely
that in mind.
can. People
Write
do
it in
say
y'all
that.
notes out there.
And a year goes by fast.
Right, right.
Definitely does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we're already in April almost.
It's crazy.
My birthday almost.
2022.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. My mom's birthday is coming up too. Shout out to Mom. Dude.
Shout out to Mom Duke.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Dang. So, what you about to ask?
Yeah, we because moseying along, I know for the people out there that's listening, and y'all was waiting for this kind of question right here. Because there's people out there that don't know that much about like the home buying process when it comes to like real estate. Is it any free rent? Because I don't want you to give them too much. Is there any free reign you can give people out there that they might need to know when it comes to them purchasing a home that they might not know going into it?
Well, I feel like there's so many things, like when I was first buying my home that I just didn't know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to know where to start, but that's one thing about me is I really try step by step based off of where you are and how much knowledge you have to help you to know, like, where to start, because it's a lot. But I mean, everybody knows the first thing you got to start with getting a pre-approval, or just don't even start looking for a house. Like, talk to a lender first
Pre-approval
before you come to me. And then that way we'll tell you where your buying power is, I like to call it.
Right.
So that you can look at Zillow online all day, but you want to actually know what you can work with. And the first house that I got, I was kind of mad at my pre-approval, but it helped me be realistic.
I know that had a lot to do with your credit and stuff too, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, my credit, my income, because of where I was working, you need to be at your job or in your industry for at least 2 years. And I was, but they were, they were paying me a lot of bonuses, and lenders don't really like that.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, they want to see like that steady income. They don't want to be giving you money based off of commissions, because that can go away at any time. So for me, it was a challenge, and I was like, this is what y'all giving me? Then what am I gonna buy with this? But, you know, I humbled myself, and I moved a little further into the sticks. I'm not gonna tell you where, because everybody say it take a flight to get there. But I did what I did. Now I use it as income. So.
Okay, that's smart. I see you mentioned the word challenge, and a lot of folks experienced so many challenges with the pandemic when it hit. How was that challenge for you during the pandemic? I mean, it's like we're kind of still in it.
We've adjusted a little bit.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah, but we're getting back to normal. But how were things for you?
Well, unfortunately, everything that was going on, you know, put people in hardships. But for real estate agents, it put us in like the best position to make money. Just being honest, it was the best year. When the pandemic first started, I mean, starting out, it wasn't the best because no one wanted to be outside, but everybody stopped going out. Like, they were scared to see the listings, and I was still going, but we were doing more virtual. But then all of a sudden, people started getting money from out of nowhere. I know it was hardship, and I know it was COVID, but like, people were getting money, and business was blowing up. And I'm like, wait, aren't we in a pandemic? Why do I have more buyers than ever? I'm not saying it's the PPP, but
you know, folks were starting the OnlyFans. They had to make some sacrifices.
Yeah, have PPPs, but they have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that. I don't know if people was in their mind, so they was getting in their bag. Like, it could have been so many things that I was like, oh.
People was investing. People was making a lot of moves during this pandemic. I ain't gonna lie.
It was.
Out of nowhere. And I know the market changed. Like, I know.
I know it was
like the values. Some of them went down. I think they kind of shooting through the roof.
Yeah.
You know more about that than me, obviously.
Yeah, it was shooting through the roof too. That's why I was so confused, because it was like, I mean, the DMV area is already bad, but
it's already.
So for us, it wasn't as much of a shock, but it was so competitive. But these people were still out here buying with cash, and that's why I'm not like.
They might have been.
I'm not mad at them.
Something different.
Listen,
cash. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's why I said
I ain't no damn snitch.
I just know if y'all got the pre-approval and you got your cash, I am here to help you find the house. That's my job.
So we ain't asking no questions.
What's the difference? So what's the difference between like somebody coming with cash and then somebody just coming with like a pre-approval for like a loan or something like that? I know it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, because if someone sees you have cash, they know it's a guarantee close. Okay. So if you're selling something, someone's saying they have cash versus somebody who has a loan, it might fall through. Like, if you just want this and you know you want it fast, you want to close. Like, someone who's getting a loan probably needs 30 days. Someone who's cash.
Right now.
Just 2 weeks, check title, make sure they good, make sure they do their inspections if they choose to.
Right.
And it's just solid. But most times they will try to offer less if they're doing cash. Yeah.
Of course.
But then some sellers are like, no, I'm gonna wait for a mortgage and take my risk because I want more money. So
right.
Out here it just depends. But if you have the cash, then you can throw it on. Like, you can say I'm gonna pay more than what it's worth. The value. The loan, you can't do that.
Yes,
So-
because I know it's very competitive in that sense. Somebody might go, okay, here's an offer, but it's a loan. Somebody, well, here's an offer and some cash, and then they be disappointed. They get that email or that call the next day, and it's like, well,
It's bad.
they went here. Sorry.
Especially out in Montgomery County. I was just like,
Moco.
man, I have some of the best clients, and I'm like, they're solid, like conventional loans, which is one of the best loans to have. And we were still getting beat out by cash buyers, and we're not talking like 200,000, 300,000, 400. We're talking about 500 plus people are cash buyers out here. So I was like, you know what?
Crazy.
Again, I ain't in it.
Like, you got it.
Right.
You got it. Play.
Yo, if they
Big
want to
money.
do that. They was waiving appraisals, paying more than the value of the home with cash. Like,
They doing that
they
in a
got
lot of
some
places
serious
too.
money out here.
I know some real estate agents in Chicago, and the same kind of stuff is happening out there too.
Yeah.
And people's like, where is this cash coming to? Like, people making. One of my best friends just made an offer. Well, he's closing in on his house now, so shout out to him.
Hell yeah.
But it was another spot that he was looking at before too, and he made a good offer. And out of nowhere, he got beat out by somebody, and they was paying cash. And they was paying more, and he was just like, you gotta play it.
Right. Like,
You
how
got it.
do I compete with that?
You go past that crib like, hey, that should have been me, right?
Right. You gonna throw an egg. You throw an egg in your hood.
That's
Yo, Chris.
crazy.
Hell yeah. Oh man. How do buyers get so comfortable with you?
I think I just have that type of personality, because I hope that people who work with me know, like, I don't judge. Like, I'm not, like, even if I look at luxury homes, I have started from the bottom myself. I've had a 500 credit score before. Like, I don't mind sharing with you my personal experiences. And like I said, step by step, I'm going to help you where you want to be. But I just think, like, people work with who they like. And I try to make them feel comfortable, and I try to answer questions and just be me. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I can do, and just educate.
Nah, that's good, man. It seems as though like you're always busy. It's kind of like Monday through Sunday, you're just constantly doing something. And we all know, especially within the Black community, like, taking care of your mental health is something serious. And
Yes.
shout out
For
to
sure.
Leah,
For
aka
sure.
the therapist.
Okay, the
Yeah.
therapist hold it down.
What's something that you do for Valeisha
Yeah.
to where it's like, I need my downtime? 'Cause
Yeah.
your mental is everything.
Definitely. I will say,
Drinking her tea right now.
look, every morning
Every morning.
I have tea. Normally, I have my tea before I turn on anything else. Like, I will do my prayer meditation in the morning, and I try to not, like, if I go on social media, it's literally just for business. I'm making a post in the morning, and then I'm shutting it back down. I'm not checking my emails yet, probably till like 8. So I give myself a little time before I check into work and before the day starts going. And then I also have on my signature line, like, I'm available to you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. And then I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
That's big. I need to get to that point.
Because it's like, I realized I wanted to work for myself to have that freedom.
Yeah.
And then the people were running me. I was like, this ain't it. This ain't life.
Imagine,
So,
that's ironic.
yeah.
You
They was
create the
running
freedom
me
for
up.
yourself, and then the people start running you like, nah,
Yeah.
nah. Let me get that control back real quick.
Yeah, I had to.
Do not disturb.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
And it's hard to have
Disturb is
balance.
clutch.
It was hard. It was really hard, because then I started to think, oh, I'm gonna lose out on clients. Like, they're gonna be so upset if I don't answer. But then I was like, you know what? What's for me will be for me. They know I work hard. They know my value. They'll be here if they want to be here. Like, who's trying to talk to you at 1 in the morning about real estate?
Cause I'm asleep.
I'm asleep.
I'm asleep.
Facts. If I just roll over and jot it
no,
down
real
in my
estate.
notes, like, all right, I remember this.
But mentally,
Yeah.
But mentally, yes, it's important. I know a lot of real estate agents who are burnt out. Like, they've been doing this for like years, and they tell me, why do you want to do this again? Like, they're just so tired. They're burnt out, and their energy is low. And I can see it. I just wanted, like, at the beginning when I was letting them run me, I just wanted to clock out too. I was just trying to disappear somewhere.
Yeah.
But you have to really shut it down and just realize, like, take that time for you mentally, like you said, because that's how you're gonna be better for them, anyways.
Yeah, because what you had mentioned was kind of like you hope you don't lose out on the,
Money.
on on the money, yeah, and that's the thing, and I think that's why people are just like so consumed to just like work. That's all I think about, like damn work, and you forget about you in a sense.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot, you know, it's definitely a lot. Would you say, because again you're always busy, would you say with you being so busy, has it kind of had an effect with, you know, dating life?
Yeah. I think that was one of the first things that made me really start putting attention to my own personal time. Because when I was like, not saying that I'm not still, but dating has been like, oh, you're still looking at your phone, or you're still working, and we're at dinner, and I'm like, hold up, give me a second, like let me handle this real quick. And I mean, sometimes it still happens,
Yeah,
but there would be some times where it just was so hard to unplug because my mind is still on real estate, and then I'm talking to the person and I'm only talking about real estate, and they're probably like, shut up, like you ain't got nothing else going on in your life, like why are you, like, you think I care about this right now? I'm trying to get to know you. So it's difficult, especially when you love what you do.
yeah,
Right.
It's really hard sometimes, like, because it's like I am passionate about it, so then I'm over here like, oh, so yes, I had a buyer today that was, and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry,
So
about me,
right.
yeah.
I like
So you were kind of like Molly from Insecure.
Is that how she was?
You know, with so much work and everything, when she was dating, what was his name? Dang, I forget his name. Old boy's roommate. That was.
I forgot his name too. I know you're talking about that.
I did too.
We just gonna call him Asian Bae, because that's what.
I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, she was just always consumed with work.
Yeah.
So it kind of like it clashed for them a bit.
Yeah, it can clash.
So is it? Do you feel like you would need to date someone in the same field as you, or do you try to stay away from that? Like, what do you think will be better? What's suitable for you for the balance? Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say in the same field as me, but someone who understands entrepreneurship. Only because, like, most people who are entrepreneurs, they know how it is when it comes to money.
Yeah.
They know there's highs, there's lows, so when it's high, I gotta go for it. And they understand, they're like, you got it, babe, just do it, you know, handle it, I'm here. That is always good, but someone who's just used to unplugging completely, that's where I've run into the issue. But not necessarily, I wouldn't say I want to date someone who's a realtor or a broker or in the real estate, or unless if we were trying to do like flip this house, and it could be like someone who does like renovations, and that could be the realtor who lists the house.
It might
maybe something like that.
It might get competitive for y'all. You'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I closed in on this. He might be like, oh, you did? That's cute. Well, I closed down on this. You know, y'all be beefing like, oh, all right.
Dinner table.
That's funny.
That's why you stay cold.
Right.
Stay nasty.
That might be difficult. And then we probably couldn't unplug. We're going to still talk about real estate all the time. So, I don't know. It just depends. I'm open. I try to stay open-minded when it comes to that. But I will just say entrepreneurs, for the most part, just make it more broad.
Yeah, because I think at times when you're in the dating world and someone tells you like, oh yeah, well, you know, this is what I do, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you know, I will be understanding. Everybody's always understanding and supportive of it when they hear about it, until they actually
experience.
They get so comfortable. It's like, okay, dang, 3 days straight, all right, cool. And then it's like 2 weeks go by, and you like, damn, what happened?
Yeah.
Where you at? You know?
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. But I mean, everybody is busy in their own right, and they choose what they want to have time for.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And I'm pretty sure that it probably won't make things a little easier now that you won't be traveling back and forth, you know.
Oh, yeah. See, I have that flexibility. I don't have no kids. Technically, I'm single.
Okay.
So,
all right, y'all. Listen.
I said technically, I'm single but dating.
You know, hey.
So,
hey.
I'm not saying I'm not, you know.
You know, if the DM's open, you never
know
who might.
Check my DMs.
She don't check her DMs.
She said she on social media for business.
For business.
You know what I'm saying?
You might get that. Hey, how can I assist you?
Right. Automated. Automated copy and paste.
Somebody gonna find a clever way to slide into your DMs. You going open.
Show up.
You know what they probably would do? I've had into my DMs about business. They went as far as getting a whole pre-approval, telling me they were interested in looking at properties, that they were out of state. I called their lender. I verified they had the funds. They had the pre-approval. And then at the end of the day, he just asked me if I wanted to be a sugar baby. He did not buy the property.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, that was clever, but you wasted my time. Now I don't want to be a sugar. Not that I wanted to be anyways.
Nah, I hate
But
you.
I really don't want to because I value
I
my
hate you.
time.
You could have at least bought the crib, then.
Right. And then
But,
tried
like,
to shoot your shot.
Yeah,
like,
like
Damn.
let me get that deal. Because, you know, the weight of my heart is money right now. Like, I'm trying to live in
Like,
two
yo, let me get
places.
a
I
crib.
need to
Yeah,
shit.
afford this.
you ain't trying to. You wanna be a
So-
sugar baby? Buy me this crib.
White guy.
Talk about.
But, no, he was not white.
He's brazy. That's
Don't say
very
it.
ballsy.
He's black.
Very
Yeah,
ballsy.
he was black.
Damn.
He went
Come on,
far with it.
y'all.
He went deep with it.
Come on.
Yeah. But I would say, I mean, people can be clever though, you know. But just wait till the deal closes if you're gonna try. At least that'll make me happy.
That
And
was
shoot your shot.
so that
you
was
can't
one of
be
the
mad at someone shooting their shot.
yeah. So that was one of the craziest things you received in your DMs.
I mean, in my
That's
DMs,
that's ballsy. My
Yeah,
man's
that
went all
was.
the way. He probably went
All the way.
It was just like yeah.
Yeah.
So forget all of that.
I literally
Sugar
came down
baby.
to putting in the offer. I'm like, hey, the offer deadline is here. I've already drafted everything. They said, you know, just get it in by 7 p.m. He said, I move when I'm ready to move. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Do you not know how this process goes?
Right, what do you mean you
It's
move?
not how
Do
this
you not
works.
want this house?
Right.
Like, and then I had to figure out he's playing games. So I called him up. He's not answering the phone. Then that message came. I was like, okay.
No
You
more,
actually
sir.
had me going to properties, looking at properties, showing me
Damn.
properties.
Hate you a lot right now. Immediately. Hate you. I know that feeling was hatred.
So,
Mm.
yeah.
You know.
I gotta learn how to curb that too, because like when I get upset, I'm just like, I hate you.
Listen. I agree.
I took his word, but
Yeah, no, I agree. You know, I use the word for a reason because you gotta immediately go to hate in my eyes. But I mean, some people might disagree, but hey,
No,
instantly
it's
hate you, sir. Never want to speak again.
Right.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say hate, but it's a strong dislike. Right? You can say it's a strong dislike.
Hate you,
But time, everybody's time is valuable. Like I would have
For sure,
really
for sure.
respected if he would have been straight out and told me both intentions, and then
Yeah.
I could choose. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You always gotta give somebody the power of choice
Yeah.
because that's kind of insane.
But don't hit me up and ask me if you want
Don't
me
do
to
that.
be your sugar baby.
Don't do
That's
that.
not it. That's not the way.
Does she look like she want to be somebody's sugar baby?
I don't. I want to make my own, but I
Make her own
am
sugar,
not
man.
that independent where I don't need yours too. Just put
Come on,
that
now.
out
She's trying to make her own sugar. It ain't sweet.
there.
It ain't sweet out here. Quit playing.
Come on now.
It's not candy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, oh man.
So, very interesting times.
Before we close this out, right? Will you see yourself having like your own office, your own? And if you
She's gotta
do,
have her own agency. I feel like you
Yeah.
can draft a super team of black women and hold it down or something like that from coast to coast.
hell
know?
yeah. Do you see yourself more so wanting to have one in Phoenix just because you don't see as many black people down there
Yeah.
to bring them in, or do you see yourself having one here?
Or both.
Or yeah, you can do both.
Well,
She
the
live in
first
bicoastal.
thought was
Yeah.
first thought was really Phoenix.
Mhm.
Here I'm just working on building a team right now.
Okay.
So a team basically kind of works like a brokerage where you can be that lead agent and everyone works under your name. So here I'm focusing on a team. Arizona, I'm more focused on a brokerage because of representation and because I want to have something that's not there. But here it's probably a dime a dozen. We're kind of becoming like Atlanta. So it's, you know, it's happening here. But it, you know, there's still at the end of the day, there's still more room for everybody. It's just, I think it would be more so for me to take it back to Arizona.
How's it been putting
Brokerage.
together a team? Because putting together a team is not easy.
not easy.
Well, I think some people might watch this, so I'll be careful. But it's difficult putting together a team because you have to find people who are just as motivated as you.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think instead of, I don't know how brokers are brokers at times because it becomes like monitoring people, and that's not really what I signed up to do. I wanted to do real estate, but then in that head, you become more of a manager of people. So that in itself could be difficult. That's how vague I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
Leave it at that. For the listeners out there,
we'll leave it
I
out.
hold it down.
Hell yeah, man. Again, I know you had mentioned it earlier, but if you want to get a little more in depth with it, for those who this is something that they actually want to do, leave them with like a little educational tip.
Sure.
As far as like the real estate game, what they should know and how they should move in
Yeah.
the industry.
Well, I will say a lot of people like to do education now online, so you can easily get your license by taking courses online. One of the, I guess, acclaimed online courses is the ceshop.com. I'm shouting them out for free. But
First and last time.
yeah,
Next time it's gonna cost
you know, so you can get your
Yesterday's
credit
price
hours
is not
there.
today's price. Just remember that.
And I would say literally just, if you see any, like how I found out was basically I was driving past a brokerage and they offered night classes. So sometimes you can go past a brokerage and see if they offer any classes for getting your real estate license.
Okay.
Of course, they do say it's great to have like your bachelor's, but you don't have to. So if you're a young person straight out of high school and you're motivated, you want to get into real estate, it really just takes a high school degree. Just the more the better. Yeah, I would just literally say take courses online. If you see any brokerages doing courses, take advantage of that. I always just try to spill into just as much as I can as far as what's offered out there and just asking around. There's people who jump in my inbox for that reason. They'll ask about, am I mentoring or what should be the route they should take, and typically I'll tell them, look, just focus on passing the test. Yeah. And then I got you. Like if you want to join my brokerage, it will be easier just so that I can take you under my wing. You'll probably learn more from seeing it, because that's how I learn. So I always think everyone learns my way, but I can teach you once you just focus on passing that test, because everything on that test is not going to be something you need in real life, but just pass that test. Use your flashcards, do whatever you gotta do, learn the laws, and then I can help you from there and kind of show you the ropes.
Yeah, because some of the stuff that they taught us in school, we don't need that shit. I'm like,
most of the stuff.
No. No.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So I definitely get it. I get it.
And again, before we close out, for the people that want to join a brokerage or that might be able to hit you up for some kind of advice, and especially if you're trying to purchase a home or something like that, how can they reach you? Like if you have a social media handle or a website or something like that, just go ahead and drop it for the mixxeners out there.
Okay, well I have both, but the realestateDreamCatcher.com, if you go there, it'll route you to my website. And then on my IG, I have the link in my bio. Okay. So it'll have my website, the one I just said, the realestateDreamCatcher.com. Then I have the Pick My Brain session, where you can just go on my calendar and pick a 15-minute session for free to speak to me.
Okay.
And then I just have, and then I just have info on there as far as like my bio. I do have some information on like how to get started on there, so you can just click that link.
We're gonna make sure we put some of that stuff in the link in the description and stuff for this video.
Yep.
If you gotta reach her and all of that, so she can hold it down, especially for because like again, this is still Women's Month. We're doing this for the ladies, black women. If y'all need to reach her, y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
Definitely. For the fellas,
don't slide the
DMs. Don't slide the DMs is closed unless it's for business.
Come on, man.
And don't be trying to get a pre-approval just to ask her to be a sugar baby.
Right.
It's a wrap for that.
Insane.
Yeah. You
That's
gotta learn from the past.
That's still crazy.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, listen, we appreciate you getting in the mix with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for this interview. Thank you for some of the gems that you dropped. For those out there who's looking to get into the real estate business.
Yeah, definitely.
Continue to focus on your mental.
Yes.
All of that good stuff. Sometimes you need to unwind. That's a good thing. But listen, y'all.
Yes.
It's your big dog Kid 6. Chi-Town's finest, Carlton, you're dead. Your girl, Miss Valeisha.
Yes, you said it right.
I should have been a jackass and just been like Valeisha.
Julius.
Wow.
Something for the ladies.
I know, right? Until next time, man, we out of here.
Mix, and the mix, and the